Hello, everybody. Like spring and rebirth into our physical world, although it's snowing outside a little bit, we have snow on the ground. Easter season is a rebirth for us in a lot of spiritual ways. Sacraments galore everywhere. The diocese has many confirmations going around in this season. It's ordination weekend for the deacons of the seminary. Next week is priesthood ordination. Hopefully, one day, one of those guys will be up here in Sheboygan as a future priest. Wedding season is starting, but affecting us all these next 2 weekends is 69 kids coming to the Eucharistic table for the first time. It's a day most of us, I hope, remember quite fondly. Aunts, uncles, hopefully as a pride of place in the families for everybody in the traditions. Grandma, grandpa, aunts and uncles. Make a big deal of it, please, for these children, because it is the first time they share in the divine life in a real way, ever since before baptism was the last time that they shared in the divine life. And most of them, unless you're baptized as an adult, you won't remember your baptism. But we can remember our first Eucharist. The Eucharist is not, and I repeat, not a symbolic meal like so many people believe. This can't be said enough, it can't be taught enough. I just point to a few passages in John's Gospel. What did Jesus say? He teaches, you must eat my flesh and you must drink my blood, or you have no life within you. And the people left him. These are people that were following him. They watched his many, many miracles. They watched him have dominion over the physical body, healings, and they left him, all except the 12. And he even asked them, are you going to leave me too? To where else shall we go? They said, and they repeated. If Jesus meant it to be a symbol, he had plenty of time to explain it to them. I'm sure they debated him there, right there on the spot. What do you mean? We can't take this. He had plenty of time to say, well, you just wait a minute. This is just a metaphor. He never said it. He meant what he said, and he said what he meant. He said it again at the First Supper. Take this. This is my body. We must eat it. We must consume it. Is the first Eucharist, or is Eucharist, harder to believe than the resurrection? Is it harder to believe than the virgin birth? Shouldn't be at all, for nothing is impossible with God. That is our faith. Look at the first Passover in Egypt. God spoke to Moses, says, you must eat the roasted flesh of the lamb, or you will die. Basically, he said, you must eat the roasted flesh and paint its blood on the doorposts, or the death angel will have its way with you. That happened. You needed to be saved. We must participate in the sacrifice. From the Egyptians on that first Passover night, they had to participate in the sacrifice. Jesus says, you must participate in me. You must participate in the divine life. It should be a privilege, and it is a privilege. It's a pleasure. It's everything. The Eucharist is great, but also our 5,000th Eucharist is just as important. So let us cherish each time we step to the altar and really understand what it means in our life to contemplate that we are receiving the divine life to us. God bless you.